Welcome to another work session of the Mob Cake for NGI PKGs. But actually, this time we're not going to package something for the NGI PKGs repo. We're going to package it for Nix PKGs. And that is Weblate. And possibly we're not going to even package it. We're going to migrate an existing package that is public at the NGI Nix organization on GitHub. The repo name is Weblate. And we don't even know what Weblate is yet. We just got assigned this task. And Priyanshu is the captain, but not for long, I suppose. Rob is piloting. Here's the layout with the screen.
All right.
Priyanshu, you're muted.
Right, sorry. So for a little added context here, the Weblate repo in the NGINX organization, it already has a flake.nix, which was an effort to sort of package it, but within like a fork of the repo. So we're gonna essentially migrate our flake, the package that define it within the flake to a normal derivation as per Nix packages standards. All right. So, Rob, could you head into our Flake.nix and potentially explore packages there?
Yeah.
What do we have?
Yeah, I'll bring up the flake.nix.
Okay.
Okay. So we
A
got some
bunch of
inputs.
inputs.
The repo itself.
Right.
Weblet. Poetry to Nix.
So we're supporting two systems.
Mhm.
For each system, we're defining packages, right? Okay.
Mhm.
So our default package is self.packages. Wait, it's referring to itself. Sorry.
Do you want to take a look what
At the
additional branches we have here? Whether we have
oh,
additional branches?
yeah, that's good idea. So Rob, could you look at the top left?
Yep.
See, yeah, so we have dev NixOS
You might,
21.1.
you might
Perhaps
want to
view
look.
all branches, and we'll get a overview
Yeah.
of what.
Oh, there was a option just right there.
Oh,
At the
sorry.
end. Yeah, no worries. So
All.
all at the end. Yep.
Ooh, so they got some old ones.
So
Dev
only
to
the NixOS 21.11 is the one with 4 ahead commits, but even then, that's 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
Then we do main.
correct. So anyways, we'll rotate and then move forward.
Okay. So nothing to next.
All right, passing command to Europe.
Taking command. Giannis, would you mind taking the helm?
Giannis, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. So started the timer. It didn't work. I was just still waiting. Cool. The timer started. So we were at Weblate. We just checked the branches.
Mm-hmm.
Where to
So
next?
it's like we're in the right place.
What is Weblate?
Yeah, I think we should look at what Weblate is.
Okay, so packages Weblate. I'm opening Weblate's.
Okay.
So it's a web-based continuous localization. Okay. Some descriptions here. Hosted set stands alone tool with type version control integration. So continuous localization. I don't know, that doesn't.
Do you want to just go to the repo?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
At this point, I would ask,
Probably.
what are the interfaces for this thing? Does it have a backend, a front end, an API? Does it have a web GUI? What does it
Yeah.
have? And I believe we could, if it's packaged properly, we could get answers from the package.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think module.nix might have a better overview of it.
Opening module.nix,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what we got. So there's some extension and overriding of these settings example. So it's got a site, it says. It's got a database, Postgres.
This was generated by what? What does it say?
By the NixOS.
Could you zoom in a little bit?
Oh, sorry.
No
Zooming
worries.
in.
Yeah.
Zooming there. So this was auto-generated by a NixOS module.
Mhm.
So yeah, so as mentioning earlier, so we've got some sort of
So I'm guessing
What-
since they package this with Dream to Nix or Poetry to Nix, so that's kind of why the auto-generated messages are there. At least that's my guess.
Mm.
Probably look forward within this file.
Dream to Nix.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think it's okay. This is just a config file for the time being. But then, like, let's keep figuring out what else
This
is in
doesn't
here.
have options below.
It probably will.
scrolling down.
There you go.
There's the options. So we've got the
should we try running the test for
servers.
this? Running the check.
Can we just see? Can we keep seeing what's in the service? Like what? Like
Sure.
what else is in here? Oh no, sorry. Yeah, just keep going. Just keep scrolling down. I want to see like what other things
sorry.
it starts up, like the config. Yeah.
So we've got SMTP or something.
So some assertions about mail. That's great.
Okay, yeah, so that's an optional service there. Okay, so we've got the Postgres dependency, Nginx.
Mm-hmm.
We've got, so obviously the setup for the Postgres. Weblet migration.
Mm-hmm.
Weblet celery. What that is. Yeah, so there's some reference.
This looks like a Django app. Did I miss that? Maybe I missed that earlier.
I think we could look at the upstream repo for this. I don't see many.
Let's just
Yeah,
let's just
because
finish.
this doesn't seem like a fork. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's finish
this.
this file first.
We're almost. I think we're almost done. Services, weblet, web service, whiskey. Okay.
Just so then defines the sockets, something in a postfix.
Mm-hmm. Redis.
Cache, Postgres, Weblake. A to-do
Postfix?
to remove that. The postfix was here.
Really? Really? Wow.
We're only enabling this if yep.
Let's create a user and okay. Didn't it say it was like a standalone tool? Like, yeah, go back to the homepage. And then
maybe this might be a good one. Docs.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is good. We're gonna have to look through this. But
if this thing works, if we run Nix Flake check,
yeah, we could do that.
and we see the tests are running and we see the tests are passing, then we don't concern ourselves with what the contents of this is. We just concern ourselves with migrating it to Nix packages.
Well, yeah, I guess what I'm wondering first is when we migrate it, do we have to, like, is it useful to have this thing as a CLI tool? Just a CLI tool for starts? Because the
It's
rest
not
of
a
this
CLI
is
tool, right?
I thought it was.
It's like a web GUI for, I don't know, something.
Yeah, but go back.
Localizing,
Yeah, let's
translating.
go back to its homepage. So you went to the docs and then scroll down. Here we go. Sorry, scroll back up. Right here, this thing on the left. Hosting tool and standalone. Oh, standalone tool. Okay, standalone tool. So maybe that could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree with Don here. We can look at just see if it's test parsing, and then we can just migrate and also rotate.
I
Yeah,
am.
rotation.
Yeah, let's rotate.
All right. Giannis, anything to next?
Nothing to next. Nothing
Okay.
branch.
Take command.
Cool. Thank you, Rob. Can you please? Oh, sorry, it's not Rob. Don, can you please take the hand?
Done. Sharing screen. Like 4 clicks to share screen. All right. Mob T7.
Cool. All right. Let's. What we can do then is. Sorry, Don. You were saying something before we rotated.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't think we're targeting Nix packages with this. It's a bit large, and just looking at it, I'm a bit concerned that it will take more work than remaining time that we have for it to be accepted into Nix packages. We may be able to do a PR, but I'm not sure about getting it all the way to merged.
Okay.
Or
Should
even
we still...
whether it's this. I would migrate it in NGI packages to reduce risk.
Should we still attempt to do that, or?
I think it's fair to migrate it to NGI because I don't think it would be much work if, like, even if at the end of the day we have to do it to Nix packages, I don't think porting that would take much longer than just a few git pulls.
And arguably, migrating it to NGI is also a subset of the work that would take to migrate it towards Nix packages.
Exactly.
If only because we will bump Nix packages. Does that make sense that we will bump Nix packages? It's like when we put it in NGI, we will be using the Nix packages input of the NGI flake.
Right.
And that is way ahead of what it has now. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, let's proceed that way. But I guess the next step is still to run the flake tests and see how it goes, right?
Sure.
Cool. Done. Well, I guess you can take an abstract.
I think I'm going to change the scale. That was successful. So GitHub repo clone NGI Nix Weblate. Stepping into Weblate. Don't be late. This is main, and this is a flake, right? Yes. So I should probably do echo use flake to .env.c. Then allow. Let it do something. I don't know that there is a shell here at all, but I'm kind of guessing. Open another. I mean, I'm going to cancel that. Just wait for this.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Download 5 times what you said you were going to.
Oof.
You know what
Whilst
that looks
it's doing
like?
this- Mm.
I'm
Go
not
on.
sure, but it look maybe input from derivation, because the download size jumped. Like, why would it jump?
Yeah.
Like evaluation step should figure out the download size. I would assume, but maybe it's in a single evaluation can occur concurrently somehow. Nah, it's the derivations. Yeah, the final derivation that we are building now should have all the instructions for downloading,
It's gonna jump again.
right?
What makes you say that, Priyanshu?
I'm doing it on my system. It's jumped to 900.
Oh, 900s
Maybe
in which
bytes.
bit?
All of us should
MIB.
Oh, the download.
do this.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
running it too.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah. Right, I actually didn't run it. Right.
I hope that after this, Nix Flake check won't do much, won't download much.
Right.
I'll cancel it just to get an editor here. Start it again. And I'll show us the flake. Is there a shell? Oop, I don't see a shell. Is there another file here? No. Right, so I think when there's no shell, it's making a default shell out of the development shell of the default package. I'll search for default. Yeah, I think something like that happens. And that's why it's getting us all of the build inputs of the default package.
Mm.
So arguably, we don't really need. In the meantime, I will edit the .env.c here with our export mob timer room. This everyone else can do as well.
Yeah.
It's baby carp.
Baby carb
Once we're
sounds
ready.
like a TikTok fitness influencer.
I thought you were going to say baby shark or something. Cool.
Well,
Yeah, Dawn, I'm passing the command to you.
Or a TikTok anti-fitness influencer. All right. Got command parent shoe, take the helm, please.
taking the helm. So, just gonna start the timer here. Done.
Font size.
Right. How do I mean, I'm gonna open my editor in a bit, but how do I scale up on i3? I don't know.
Can you
It's a good question. 'Cause I've been leveraging just the terminal scaling. What terminal do you have?
Kitty.
You can't do something like I don't know, Control
Control
Shift
Shift
plus
plus.
plus.
Oh, I can.
There you
Okay. Nice. Today I learned.
This is probably so painful because of poetry to Nix, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does everyone have the .env?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It is loading for me now.
Oh, there we go.
Cool.
I'm gonna open a thing here. Gonna zoom that in.
Nix Flake check.
Gee, just 1 second. Okay. I'll do Nix Flake check here. While that runs, I'm just gonna export mob
With
timer.
big
No,
L.
sorry. And maybe carp 37. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the check.
Don't
Okay.
you need
We
also
got
the
another.
the Nix shell or whatever for the mob? On
Right.
your env?
I'm gonna do that. Use Nix shell p. What do I need here? Mob.
Use Nix. No shell.
Use Nix.
I think shell works as well, but that's cool.
Really?
I think so.
So we built the Weblate Python module.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And now we're running VM tests. Interesting.
Oh, that didn't take long.
I'm still downloading.
Yeah, somehow my internet's really good today.
What do you know? Nix works.
Yeah.
You pick up on a project that was packaged a few months ago. World has moved on, and this VM tests meticulously compiled, assembled from small tiny pieces, still works the same way.
I think that's passing. I think it just
Yep.
the dir and error is because of the changes. So
I
yeah,
agree.
looks like it passes. So
That's great.
where to?
Start thinking about how we move this to NGI PKGs. I think one way to do it is like if there's a step we can do where it's the same but in the repo, just sub flake within the repo. I did this before, and I think we can include the entire history of this thing if we do git. What is it? It's not submodule. Subdir. What's it? What am I looking for? It's not submodule. It's subtree. Git subtree add blah blah blah. Yeah, I think we should go to the NGI repo and start figuring out this command there.
But
We're heading to the NGI.
Do other NGI packages have flakes in them? Like is
No, it's just an intermediate step to get it in our repo.
okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So git sub. Yeah, with sub it's just
Well, give us
submodular.
a branch for the pull your main.
Okay.
Everyone, pull your NGI main.
Mm-hmm.
And rotate. Which means Priyanshu take command. Priyanshu?
He's muted.
Stop muting yourself.
My semester. I wasn't
you go.
muted. What? That was a bug though. I wasn't muted. Rob, please take
Okay.
command.
Taking the helm. All right, so we still don't have a branch yet.
Right, that's right. So we branch off to say Weblate. Just I think that should be fine.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
Is that mob start?
mob start with the
With
create.
create.
Yeah. With the
Oh,
create flag.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it won't.
we need create.
Yeah, when upstream, like it doesn't exist on remote.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No. Cannot push to the. Oh. Well, I thought it said origin.
Sorry. What just happened?
Yeah.
Remote origin Weblate. It exists. There is such a branch. We just happen to.
I happen to. Okay.
Interesting.
Makes me ask whether some work has been done there.
You want to
Can
look
we
at
see how much behind it is and how much ahead it is? Do you know how to do the ahead behind thing?
Head behind.
Could you tell us if you know? I'm not sure.
I mean, just comparing the two branches.
Yeah, that's true.
Or do you want literally just how many commits and things?
Yes. How many ahead? How many behind?
Yeah. Give me. I have to look it up.
It's not yet registered properly in my memory.
Okay.
Well, quickly we could just look at the.
Ahead behind.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is not ChatGPT. Just write git ahead behind.
Yeah. I mean, there.
Rev list left right count.
Okay.
That's it.
Right.
Rev list left right count, and then you need to do that.
So we do main ... 3 dots. And then origin Weblate. Oh boy.
Yep.
Now the question is, how many is ahead? How many is behind? But what the heck is 150 commits?
Yeah.
Even if that's ahead.
That is ahead.
I'll tell you what. It kind of makes sense if it was a Git subtree add. If it was a Git subtree add, then maybe that's how it works, kind of. I don't know. Like those 150, most of them are just from that subtree.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Maybe it's a merge commit, and then it merged all 150 from that other repo.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we should look at the log for that and see what really happens there.
Yep.
If it's just a subtree add, then it's no value. We can do that.
Weblet main into weblet.
This is like instead of rebasing. Wait, no.
No,
What
this
is
looks like
weblet
what you
main?
want, right? This looks like what you were thinking.
Right, it's not origin main.
I mean,
But
the
if
thing
that's
is,
the only thing there,
it's from 2023 when if this was done with like the subtree stuff.
okay. Well, in any case, so let's say this is the subflag.
Mm-hmm.
There's no value here. It's literally just subtree add. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't need this.
Okay.
So our branch we can rename to cake.
Web-
You want to do
migrate weblet.
Or maybe it's not just cake, but
Yeah. I like migrate weblet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Sorry, just
Mm-hmm.
did you create this from which branch?
I created it from migrate-weblet.
No, I mean, migrate weblet
Mm-hmm.
is based on
Yeah. What's it based on?
Main.
It's main. Yeah, it's on main. Just
I'm right here.
see the
Good.
status. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's. By the way, we do have additional commits on top of. So is that all from the merge commit that we merged main into weblet, like all of those previous commits in the weblet branch?
We saw that the top
The
commit
top was, yeah.
is the merge. So there is
That's
no
true.
additional.
I mean, we could go. I mean, I guess you could go to the bottom or something, but
There won't be anything at the bottom, right?
Yeah, no, that
hopefully not.
it's not all from main. It's just a few like 10-ish commits, but they seem unrelated, so I don't think it's anything valuable there. You're right. Okay.
Priyanshu,
Mm-hmm.
those commits were the commits from the weblet repo.
Yeah, the majority of them were from the subtree, as you said, right? And then just a few additional on top were from merging main.
One.
No, it was no one. I
Uh-uh.
I, I noticed there are at least 7 of them.
At least 7?
Do
But
you have a
so,
hash? Do you want
Rob,
to
could you go back to
Okay.
to the yeah
Rotate?
yeah let's rotate.
Okay.
So
I guess I don't have any
all
to next. It's already pushed
right.
up, right? So we're
Mm-hmm.
good. Okay.
So passing command to you, Rob.
All right. Taking command. Giannis, could you take the helm?
Yeah, taking the helm. Sorry, I just had someone at the door.
Was it more politicians?
No, I wish. I get more people. We've got a big election 4th of July. Right, okay, so sorry, I just kind of missed a couple of last minutes. I'm on the wrong thing. So I saw you got to migrate webplay branch. I didn't see if you started the mob or anything like that. Where you
I
got
did
with that.
start it. So you should be
Right
able
now.
Wait.
to. Yeah, there you go.
Wait, are you on which branch did you mob start from?
The migrate webplay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, cool.
That's the right place.
Yeah, cool. So I'm on
Wait,
A
you have the
slash.
prefix.
Yeah. And I don't
We
think I
shouldn't have a
did.
prefix.
Yeah, that might have just been from you
Alright.
what you copied in the
Do a
Empire
mob
State.
done.
Yeah.
Not done.
Mm-hmm. Second line.
Right. Mob starts. Mob start.
No,
The time
it
is
did
going,
not.
right?
That's not
Time's
no.
going.
Because it did not reevaluate, so it's
Oh, for
still
God's
A.
sake. Sorry.
You're good.
Mob done. Just to double check. But it hash changed the file, right? So what did I just need to do that?
Mm-hmm.
That
That
To
will work.
evaluate.
Yeah.
I think right
Really?
now it may have done.
Yeah.
Right. No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Where?
Just
They're in reload.
just CD out and then go back in. I don't know.
You have .env open in your VS Code.
That's a different path.
Wait, hold on. Oh yeah,
Just
the VS Code's
just
open
focus
on
on the
Nix
terminal.
packages, not.
Yeah, so this VS Code is
Hmm.
Typical.
Meanwhile, could we look at the commit log, because that I mean, I think there was a confusion that not all of the commits were from the tree.
This is not it. Let me just close
But
the
I don't
terminal.
think it's relevant because I verified those were not, they were just from the merge commit. So there's a merge commit and then there are the actual commits that happened. Not
Mm-hmm.
so the merge commit is just the top one.
Yeah, so
Captain?
which log did you want to look at?
So we wanted to look at the log from the original the original weblate branch.
Right.
On GitHub would be fine.
If everyone's
I think.
happy with that, to GitHub.
Because we can't run git log origin weblate.
We can.
Yeah, I mean I feel like that's easier.
Yeah.
Git log
Well,
origin / weblate. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. So
got
do
last
you
one.
see, you find a commit where weblate was updated from 5.0.0 to, just scroll down, it's not that far down. 5.0.0 to 5.0.2.
Okay, I'm looking for 5.0s. Can't see them here. Going one down. Some various
Eventually,
fixes.
do you just have the commit, like the first couple
Oh,
of the
it's
hash?
660.
I found
If
it.
you could. Okay, there we go. So
Cool.
this is the commit. This is the last commit from the actual weblate repo, and all of the commits above this, the newer commits, they're from the merge main into weblate. So you
Okay.
see pre-talks 2023. That's from main.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know?
I just
I
compared
don't.
both logs. I compared both logs, and so the weblate 5, the bumping from 5 to 5.2, that's the latest common commit in both of the logs.
What is one log and what is the other log?
I'm sorry.
You compared two logs. What are they?
The one that we're seeing right now, which is an NGI packages, and the weblate repo itself, where we have the flake and the module.
What you're saying that the weblate repo,
Yeah.
the head of it is 660A9.
Not the head of it, actually. It has more commits on it beyond this. So this branch doesn't actually, it's not, it doesn't have all of the commits from there either.
A bit of a mess then.
Yeah.
But how did the merge end up at the top of all this?
So because it wasn't a rebase merge, it was just merged into this.
I don't. That for me is not
Oh, sorry, no.
playing it.
Actually, no, it didn't end up on top. It just the commits are after this. The commit dates. So the bump was September 16th, and then everything else is beyond that.
But
So I'm
what?
guessing there will be commits below this as well, which are from main, probably.
But what would stop somebody here from doing, if it's subtree or some other way to get to take the history of one repo and replay it in another? What would stop somebody from doing that, but not necessarily merging just that and then adding the additional changes on top and then merging that? Because that seems like that's what might have happened here.
Just saying, irrespective of what has happened here,
Yeah.
I don't think there are additional commits that were made like individually. It's either from the Weblate repo or from the main branch.
Mm-hmm.
So we could just look at the head of the Weblate repo instead of looking at this branch. I don't think this branch is relevant anymore.
So these commits that are after 660 are not related to Weblate, you're saying?
Yeah, they don't exist in the Weblate repo.
Well, that's not the point whether they exist there.
Well,
The point is that
yeah,
they're not related to Weblate.
they're not related, I think, because the main branch was merged and none of the commit names kind of hint at Weblate, but let's
Yeah.
rotate.
Well,
So we don't understand. Okay, rotate.
yeah, let's rotate. Let's see, Giannis, anything to next?
Nothing to next.
Okay, then go ahead and take command.
Take command. Dawn, please jump on that.
Got the helm. Starting the. What just happened here? I don't want to be in the Weblate repo anymore. I want to be in NGI packages and multi7. We don't understand enough. So we don't understand how that log got created exactly, because it's a bit. We don't understand how did the merge end up at the top, and like, so what two things were merged. But I think we understand enough to know that we can just do the same thing again. We don't need that.
Right.
We don't need that.
Yeah, great.
So
Just start from
I'm doing git fetch, and then git switch migrate weblate, mod start, and I'll do a just a moment here. We don't do git subtree add in a mob branch. We do mob done here, and we do the git subtree add on the base branch. Does that make sense? We don't want to do a mob done after the git subtree add because it squashes.
It's gonna give you all the files changed and
Yep. So git subtree add, and then I don't remember. Do I have this subtree in my history? No. Okay.
Subtree isn't a git command.
Help
Though.
subtree.
Is it? Oh, it's a git dash subtree. Okay.
So it's pretty much. I don't know what this is, but add. This is mandatory actually, with p prefix, and then add. Repository and remote ref. That makes sense, right? Like this is the URL to some repo, and then this would be main there.
Yep.
We just need to understand what that is. So
it's probably a directory.
Search for. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay, now I remember. You're right. Yeah.
Not gonna like.
So git subtree add with prefix. We probably put it in projects, right? Projects. Weblate. Weblate, and then it'll be HTTPS, github.com, NGINX, Weblate, Weblate, and then it'll be main. Added dir. Let's look at our log.
All right.
Migrate Weblate. That's our branch.
Mm-hmm.
This is, it's not a merge. You notice it's different from that commit that we saw.
Yeah.
Add projects webplate from commit. And this is what I remember from doing this, having done this previously.
Mm-hmm.
Git subtree dir, git subtree mainline, git subtree, I don't know what this is.
That's the head commit
That's
of the.
it's the same as that.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
That's the other
That's
head.
the commit we
That's
added it to.
On
So,
top
like,
of
look below.
This?
yeah.
Okay, this is the directory. Good. So, but where are all of the? I don't think we got it right, because we want to keep the history. Where's all the history?
Mm-hmm.
This is, we need another flag, I think. I think we need
Well,
another
let's have a look at the. I don't ask
subtree.
ChatGPT. I'll look at the
help
commands.
subtree. There's merge, but I don't think
Split.
that's what we did. Add
That's
We just
split.
search maybe for history.
blah blah blah. Squash. I see here squash.
There it is. Look, split. Extract a new synthetic project history from the history of the prefix subtree of local commit. Maybe not. I don't know.
I do remember we used git subtree add. I can certainly remember
Okay.
that. But so here, options for add and merge. So there's squash, which we probably don't want. There's message. Options for, so that's done. Let's just squash and
Mm-hmm.
these options for add and merge may also be given to pull, which wraps merge, split with rejoin, which wraps either blah blah blah.
But what's interesting in that squash, it says instead of merging the entire history into a single commit. So yeah, so that means the default.
So where is the entire history?
History,
right? Because that
Yeah.
this is what I remember running. For split, there's a bunch of stuff, but that's not what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so again, the log here. Maybe the way we're looking at the log, it doesn't show us everything we're looking for.
Yeah, but that's how
Oh,
most people are gonna look at the log anyway.
Or
You know
isn't
what
it?
I mean?
Isn't it going the log gonna push it in the dates, right? It's not the timestamps for the log are gonna be like May or something, right? So what you can't see here. Isn't that how the log's gonna act to it?
I kind of expected it to be right under here.
Yeah, but what?
Like the next one
how
should
is it
not
gonna
have been
know?
this.
Yeah, but in terms of the log is chronological, right?
It's
So
not.
is it not?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't
It's
have
not.
I've
to
only
be.
seen it chronological.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
I'm searching for weblate.
But I'm
that's-
confused, by the way. That
Oh, look, it's there.
description
I
was
did
in
see
the
something.
squash flag.
So it is. It did put it in here, at the bottom, or it put it.
Yeah. What is that? How it's?
I don't think the log.
If I
has
go
to
up,
be.
this
Maybe I'm wrong.
looks like weblate, right? No, this is Flarum.
Well,
So maybe we're looking at the log wrong somehow, because I do see a bunch of weblate stuff here. Maybe it's interspersed for some reason. Let's see a graph.
Yep.
Yep.
There it is. There's
Okay.
two. So scroll down because it's saying this is a merge commit.
What is this? This is it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, that's
All of these on the green one. This is what we just subtree added.
yes.
Okay, then it's all here. The history is all there.
Yeah. Let's
Yep.
let's rotate.
So what I can do is I can git push it.
Yeah, and say command.
Got command prevent should take the helm, please.
Taking the helm. I'm gonna
Hmm.
set the timer first. I'm gonna
Font
switch
size,
to.
please.
It's not okay. I'm gonna switch to. Was it migrate weblate? I'm gonna fetch. I don't think I have it. Git switch migrate weblate. All right. Mob start. All right. Should be good. So where to now?
I think now we can mob start on that branch.
I did mob start. I'm gonna head into
Oh.
projects. Weblet. Yep.
So
This is
in
our
there, run the Nix flake check in that directory.
okay. CD projects weblet Nix flick check.
And you did run it before?
I did run it on the clone.
Okay.
Yes.
So it should just from cache, right?
Hopefully.
It should from cache.
But
Good.
is that okay?
Good. Nix works.
Great.
Now we are supposed to break it down into our structure somehow.
Hmm.
You can take example from show us. No, I think there's a show us what's in there currently.
In what? Sorry.
In here, yes. So there's a .github.
Right.
What's in there?
We have workflows. That's about it.
Okay, show us the CI YAML. It's
So
Nix
we're running.
build, not
Yeah.
like Nix flake check.
Apparently not.
A bit strange. What about? Okay, so just delete this. We don't have a use for this, right?
No.
No, the whole file.
The whole file. Okay, so right. Opening the next one. So this is just publishing to FlakeHub. I don't think.
That's interesting. We currently don't. So whether we publish, yeah. Do we publish? So this should be like deprecated. The Flake Hub. Let's just make a note.
I'm
like
gonna.
just a notes file.
Yeah. Yeah.
Publishing to. Well, deprecating the Flake Hub flake because it's practically moving from a flake to another flake.
Mm-hmm.
FlakeHub flake.
Yeah,
Or-
whatever.
Mm-hmm. So do we delete this or do we keep it until we resolve that?
The rolling true visibility public. Just yeah, there's nothing useful here. I would say delete it.
Yep. All right. Going to publish.yaml. So that's on tags, and we are doing.
That's flake history publish.
Oh, that's flake history.
Okay,
So-
so had a note for flake history as well. Boy,
Yeah.
these people made some work here, huh?
And do we delete this?
Yes.
Yeah, that's nothing. We got a
Delete it.
patch. Yeah, okay. There we go.
Workflow's empty.
So we got a patch here. What's it patching? Weblet utils lock.py. Yeah.
It's fine. We have some patch. We have a flake log.
Mhm.
I think what's the like. I think so. Here's what I think. What we did previous years. Last time I did this, we like artificially bumped the Nix package's input in this flake.nix to the one that the root flake has as one step in the process of migration, so that later steps would be, and that would kind of be a a commit. It's one step commit. So that later steps would, when you actually merge it, when you actually merge the flake into the parent flake, you won't have that part of it, right? You won't have. It's just a refactor. It's the same Nix package's input already. But I would be like careful. Like we'd already deleted a couple of files, so we could make, delete a few like extra files, and we could make that a commit, right? If we work very nitpicky.
Right.
So is there anything else here in the same vein to like just clean up? Integration test, longer accelerate time patch.
Yeah.
Module.nix, certainly not.
So we have Pi project.
Project.
Poetry lock.
And the readme. What's in the readme? Anything useful in the readme? Okay, let's read this. Can you like put it on the left side? Because should rotate.
So I'm gonna mob next. Nexted.
Okay.
Take command, Pianch.
Taking command, Rob, please take the helm.
Taking the helm.
All right, let's read the readme.
Projects, weblet. Okay.
Hopefully, we could just delete this.
Okay, so about this flake, this Nix flake packages Weblate, a web-based translation tool. It is fully usable and tested regularly. Usage: the primary use of this flake is deploying Weblate on NixOS. For that, you would use the NixOS module available in the flake NixOS module. If you have the module available in your NixOS config, configuration is straightforward. See, e.g., this example config, and then there's an example how to use it. And then putting Weblate into Nix packages. Originally, the goal of this flake was to package Weblate in Nix packages. I guess there's already an open issue. But as support for Poetry to Nix was dropped in Nix packages, see the other issue, this is no longer feasible. What's AFR? What was that? As far as what's the acronym there?
As far as I remember.
As far as I remember, thank you. As far as I remember, there's no current effort to make Weblate available in Nix packages directly, even though it would be possible to achieve without using Poetry to Nix. So anything here we want to save, or
we could we look at the pull request real quick? I don't know if there's anything salvageable there, but
yeah,
probably worth looking at it.
Bring it.
But
Pull
given
requests.
given the comment about that Poetry to Nix being in Nix packages, I think it depends on Poetry to Nix anyways, and our majority of our work is going to be kind of decoupling it. But yeah, let's look at this. So right,
So we
this
have
seems
the module list, then the services, so web apps, Weblate. So we have this is the config file. Shoot, where did
Sorry, I missed the story. What's the story?
Sorry.
Oh, it's just it got this was an existing pull request into Nix packages, and it was closed, and looked like it was specifically because Poetry to Nix was deprecated within Nix packages. So
why are we reading this?
Oh, so
Uh,
just to see if there's anything salvageable here, or how similar is it to our repo that we already have? Just a quick look, not really delving deep into it.
yeah. So
But the only way you will see whether there's anything different between this and that is by deep diving into it.
yeah, I think it's old
Ooh.
enough. Honestly, this is
Mhm.
2022, so work's already happened in WebLate since then.
Right.
So whatever we would have is
Yeah,
probably.
I mostly wanted to just see the directory structure, but that's I guess common Nix packages stuff anyways.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, let's head back to our directory. So yeah, other than that, I think there's nothing here. We can just delete this.
Okay.
All right. Probably next being the pipe project. Oh wait, no, actually that might actually have information about building the.
Mhm.
But we already have the flake for it though.
This is a commit. I mean, apart from the notes, the
Yeah.
notes should not be committed, but this is a commit. Like remove some extraneous files from
Yes.
it.
So what's kind of weird though is why is there a Pi project toml here? Wouldn't you get that from the actual WebLate package? Like, why do we have another one?
Aren't we hosting the webplate? Isn't the webplate package here?
Well, the
Well,
package is here, but what I'm saying is that the actual upstream code is in the WebLate repo, so that would already have its Pi project toml there.
Look, that's a good question,
Mhm.
but for this commit, I don't think it matters. We're not. If we delete it now, it probably fails the check, right? It's probably being
Yeah,
used.
I'm just
but
saying.
So
I
Let's
just
look
want to
at where
mention
we
here
keep it.
that yeah that Pi project is being used in make poetry application,
Mhm,
so it's basically passed in as an attribute,
mhm,
which I think if now that we are tasked, our main task is to decouple from poetry to Nix. I'm guessing what's in the Pi project might be useful here, unless it's the exact same as upstream weblate and just put here because poetry has some weird quirk or something.
mhm.
it's
But
well.
I think
Let's move on
regardless,
this commit
it
and we continue
it
this conversation.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we've only got a minute before switch,
Uh-huh.
before rotation.
So, is there anything else we want to quickly clean up?
I
Rotate.
don't think so. Yeah, let's rotate and then.
Okay. Nothing. Actually, I got the one thing to next. So mob next. All right, nexted.
Cool. Rob, take command.
All right, taking command. Giannis, could you take the helm?
I'll be
Taking
right
the
back.
helm,
Mm-hmm.
running mom start 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so I've got your changes, and I am here. Right.
Okay, so I think we've done as much as we probably can do at the moment for cleaning things up. So
Mhm.
do we want to look at
Mob done.
mob done? Oh, just to have a
Commit.
commit for this. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, mob
Delete
done.
a few files.
That's cool.
Cool. So do I just run mob done? Yep.
And then we're gonna
If you
commit
did a
that
mob
stuff.
start, then you can do a mob done.
Yep.
And we probably want to git reset the notes file so we don't commit that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so is it just never done this? Like
Projects,
this?
it's not at the root.
Oh, yeah.
If you do this, you don't have completion.
What? Not even like this?
Yeah, and then WebLate.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. So we want to commit?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say so.
What flags do I need to do? Do I need to amend, or is this the only one that we have, don't we?
No flags.
Yeah, I think we're not gonna try and fix it up into anything. So
Oh, what did he do? Stupid editor.
It's fine. No, it's
Right.
good.
It's just Vim. Oh,
Well, no. I've got default editor as this. I guess I can put it here.
okay.
Delete all that. Well, not all. Sorry, I misled you. It's not really all. We have the co-authored by. That's the useful part.
Okay, so anything before that.
Right. This will be Weblate : I think it's all,
Lowercase.
yeah. Remove some extraneous files.
Don't know how to spell that.
RE.
Yeah, RE.
Sorry, RA. What?
RU.
It's like extra, need, and then that. I think you're correct.
Mhm.
Remove, not past tense.
Yeah.
It's like the. Yeah. That seems all right.
Okay,
I'll start.
back to mob start. Yeah.
Um,
Don't need to.
you have the notes. So you have to stash.
What? Why didn't it stash it?
It's not.
Oh,
it's not
because it's
tracking it.
untracked. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's untracked.
it's just
But it's
added.
Git stash with you.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice one. Is this correct? I can't remember the syntax.
Mhm.
Yep. Cool. Next step.
I think you want to take a look at the default Nix. This is probably where we're packaging up Weblate, like just as a package. Be my guess.
Anything? So we got the test here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the KMS thing. Some font. Okay.
That's all within a test. It's you can see it was like one function. Anyway, it's okay. Keep going. That's it?
That's the end of font.
Oh. Hi, what the heck? Where is hydrate? Do you guys know what that is? Oh, that's just a function that was defined. Okay.
How'd we get there?
Got this.
This is default.nix.
It has a default.nix?
No, it's not. It doesn't. That's project's default. It's not.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's what I
Shit.
thought.
Sorry. Okay. No, I was thinking that was all within the same thing. Never mind. Okay, let's. That's why it's like it's for all of those projects. Okay.
What branch
So-
are we on?
We're in the mob branch. So it's probably just maybe start at flake.
Why is it not?
Yeah, because it failed. The mob command failed.
Oh.
Hold on. Just I wanna understand something.
Mm-hmm.
Did we like who was there a it's Giannis now, right?
Giannis is
Yeah.
driving and I'm in command.
Right. So we didn't stash the notes yet, right?
I thought we did. I thought we stashed and popped them. So
Yeah.
We
looks
should
like it didn't
stash
work.
and then mob start and then
that's what I
pop.
thought we did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. But some command failed.
Git
So that's
stash,
stash
mob
again.
start.
Git stash.
Yeah. Now
Mob
mob
start.
start. Will work.
Yeah, pub start.
So something.
There's one unpushed commit, so push it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't
Just
know why
git
it's out
push.
some.
Oh, because of the done.
Yeah. So
Okay.
mob start and then
Yeah.
pop the stash. Next.
Mm-hmm.
Next hit.
All right, Giannis, could you take command?
Take command. Dawn, please jump on the hill.
Got the helm. T7. Git pull the base branch. Mob start. Got it.
Cool. Right, so I guess we've got a couple options now. We can have a look at that Pi project and try to understand why it's there. But
I
I
think
don't
we
know.
should
Does any...
bump
Go
Nix
on, Dom.
packages input. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess that's maybe a good thing to start with.
Okay, let's go for that then.
Or yeah, bump it. Try to bump all the inputs that are shared with the root flake. We could start with Nix packages, maybe. So I'll show us the flake. Does it? Am I in a subdirectory, or why is it showing me only one flake.nix? What's going on here? I think
you
I
still
am
on
in a
Webload?
subdirectory.
Mm-hmm.
Or am I not in the right repo at all? Okay, opening. Okay, weblate flake.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So there's Nix packages, there's flake utils, which we will be dropping, and it doesn't matter really, it's just utilities. This thing, there's a whole story behind it, but it follows the Nix PKGs, so that's fine. Apparently, I don't know what the heck this is. So Weblet itself has a flake. Weblet is an input. That's where we get Weblet from.
No, but it's not a flake.
No. Yeah, it was
It's
line
saying
10.
flake false. It's
It's
adding
the
that as
source.
an input. Yeah, it's just a
Mhm.
source.
It's a source. Okay, that's going to change at some point. This is also flake false. Okay, so we bump Nix PKGs. The way we do that is we take a look at the root flake and the log file, sorry, flake log, and say Nix PKGs, 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 Nix PKGs, PKGs, and we found it. This is the rev. Copy. And here it'll be this, I suppose.
I mean, you could, you could do that. I think there's some version of this that will work, but that's probably.
I think that's correct. Let's try. So step into the subdirectory, project, weblate, and let's just that's the only change. So Nix flake check big L, and it'll update. That's a successful update. And something does not exist.
You got a bunch of changes in the options.
Right. Here's one change. That nodes services PostgreSQL ensure users ensure permissions does not exist. I think that's correct, right? Does anyone remember this? We don't have ensure permissions. I think we can use ensure ownership instead or something, right? So let's see where this is. Closing this flake log, and I'm searching for ensure permissions. Here it is. Ensure users, and then like we can do ensure ownership true. as long as the username is the same as the database name. Does that make sense? And I think it is the same.
In this case, it's true. Yep.
So let's just try that. Ensure ownership equals true. Ensure DB ownership.
Mm-hmm.
True. Let's see.
Does
not exist. It's not this. So let's search for this. Don't remember NixOS. Search.nixos.org. Search for options. Ensure DB. It's just capitalization. DBO.
Oh.
DBO.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Wasn't that a Pontiac DBO or something?
It was a what?
Pontiac.
Oh, GTO.
DBO. GTO.
GTO. Yeah. I actually almost bought one time. They came out with one in like the early 2000s that was like 400 horsepower. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
300.
What happened there?
We got farther.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What failed? Scrolling up here. This is still a warning. I'm not sure what actually failed here because I don't see error.
Isn't it going to be in that? Isn't going to be in that stack? Isn't it something to do with the log file? Like Pluggy says it's higher version than
Pluggy's not satisfied. Yeah, right. The bottom right below your cursor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't it mean that
might say that it's an actual error and not just by the way?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's there in the stack, right? It's saying that the runtime dependency check failed.
Mm-hmm. So since we bumped Nix packages, I guess that would make sense. If you weren't getting Pluggy from my
rotation
poetry to Nix.
Yeah, that's probably it. Right, let's rotate. Dawn, please take command. Oh, this might be like a rabbit hole. Let's hope it's not.
Priyan should take the helm, please.
Taking the helm. I'm gonna start right here. Wait, with the 7.
Valentin insists that this will be against Nix packages.
Okay.
But we're already like doing something, so we will, somehow migrate our work to Nix packages when we see an opportunity to do so.
Right.
And just sorry for my own understanding, that should be just transferring the files, right? There's no extra work since it's both. Both are just packages. Right?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. There's this whole poetry to Nix story here that I'm not sure what it even entails. But at this point, we're just doing one thing: is
understood
bumping Nix packages. That's
okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So, do you want me to run Nix flick check as the command again, or
yes?
What? Okay, Nix flick.
It was one.
Sorry?
Go on, Nix flick check with Big L. You need to step into. Are you in that directory? Yes.
Yes.
going to have some unmet dependency thingy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So does that? Um, is there a difference? Are we packaging the latest version of Weblate?
Do you want me to check that?
Yes, please.
Okay. So within the flake, we have 5.0.2. I'm gonna just open this link.
Mm-hmm.
And so on the main branch, yeah, so there's 5.6.1. That's the latest 7 hours ago. So yeah, we're definitely not the latest.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's revert our Nix packages bump,
Okay. So
which
you want
means
this?
git. No, we can't do it this way. We need to git checkout from the base branch.
Wait,
So you
what's
want?
wrong though? What's wrong with?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I want to say sorry, I should say the entire
Yeah.
the entire thought. Um, try to bump one thing at a time. Now we have already bumped Nix PKGs,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and we saw okay, there's a version mismatch. So the version that exists of some Python package in Nix packages does not satisfy. Is actually newer, too new to satisfy what upstream is asking for. But
Mm-hmm.
Well.
upstream has
Mm-hmm.
progressed since then.
Yep.
So we say, okay, let's bump upstream. I say, yes, let's bump upstream, but let's revert the Nix packages bump and bump
Yeah.
only upstream and see whether that just works.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Mm-hmm.
not, we also bump Nix packages.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is like, can we just stash what we have? Do
Or
the
no,
bump.
it just can we not just make this NixOS unstable and that's it?
You're going to have to change the
Or
config as well because of that
No, because
DBO.
the log file
Mm-hmm.
the log file won't revert itself to
Yeah.
what it was.
I feel like we're
eventually.
just going to end up in the same problem. Like, it's just going to be flipped. Like,
okay.
Weblate's going to have
Probably.
new versions because it's like, was it 5.6? Like 5.6,
Mm-hmm.
that seems like a lot. So
We're
everything that
going
we
to have to bump
blocked,
anyway, you say.
yeah, we're going
Yeah.
to
So
bump
I'm
anyway.
gonna. So what do you? So
All right,
I check out
fair.
our base branch,
Yeah.
right?
No,
No,
I say let's go. I
what I'm
agree
saying
with
is,
Rob.
yeah, what I'm saying is like,
Bump
let's just progress. Like,
upstream.
keep going. We'll do both.
So sorry. What?
Bump upstream.
Bump upstream right here.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna verify it again. 6.5.6.1.
Mm-hmm.
So 5.6.1. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Or do you want to just
Fine.
remove this? I think this is fine.
No,
Yeah.
we cannot remove that. That's the version specified.
Yeah.
Check
So
it.
and okay. Next like just right here.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? Oh, I think the error is because we deleted our Pi project. It just says it right here.
But we
Did we
didn't.
delete it?
Oh, we
No, we
didn't.
didn't.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
What error is that?
Directory dot
We did.
is
That's
not
not the same
installed.
error we got on my machine, on someone else's machine.
I am the
Is this Is this the new one from after we bumped?
yes.
Okay, so fine. So what is it? What's the error?
So it's directory dot is not installable. Neither setup dot py nor py project dot toml found. That's weird. I got py project right here.
What is it building? Sorry, what is it building? Pi Cairo? What is it building?
Yeah. Py Cairo. You want me to search for that? Where is
Well,
this?
hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Where is PyCairo from? Is it like, are we?
Probably a
Because if it's from Nix
dependency.
packages, it should just be, you
Mhm.
know, should just work.
Yeah.
I think it's whatever's coming from Pi project or
Yeah. I think
poetry
pip
next.
is installing things here. So, sorry, I'm just gonna run down. I think what's happening is that pipe. We should rotate, but poetry is kind
Yeah,
of
rotate.
using pip. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Hold
I'm
that
gonna
thought.
mob next.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Next, it
Take command Pianshu.
taking command. Rob, please take that.
All right, taking the helm.
So, I think it's just poetry, kind of taking the Pi project and building whatever dependencies are in there using pip, not our Nix packages dependency system.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we have that error.
What was
Okay, I
Poetry to
think that's
Nix allows you to have automatic builds of arbitrary whatever's defined in your PyProject.toml.
it's going to be probably in poetry lock?
We need to update these, right?
Yep.
Like these are like copied here from upstream, right? We can't just bump like we
yeah,
did and not update these.
correct.
Yeah, that's true. Well, like
Let's
we were talking about Pi project. I think Priyanshu mentioned that his theory was that this came over, like this was like a Pi project toml was copied over from the upstream project, just as like
Yeah,
maybe it was easier. So yeah, I
it's a little
bet
bit
you
strange though. Oh, easier?
like it was easier to get for whatever reason, who knows? But they took it at whatever time when they were using 502, and yeah, we've probably got to bump
Right.
these so they're satisfied. Because like, what's Cairo?
Hmm?
Pi Cairo. Okay, yeah,
Well, this is out of
greater
date,
than.
so just
Mm-hmm.
get the right.
You want to get the new one?
Ye-
Why
I
not?
think so. Yeah.
Oops, sorry, hold on.
From the tag.
Yep. Oh, fuck. Why am I doing this? Okay, there we go. That's okay. Don't worry about that. Let's see. We had Weblate, but is this the? This is the Nix package. Okay, hold on. Let me move this. Space. Weblate. Okay, no. Yeah, this is not what I want. Move Weblate to Weblate. Nix Flake. Let me go get it because I don't think I have it. Nope, this is not it. Where is Weblate?
What?
What's the repo name?
Oh, it's weblate.org/weblate.
Weblate org, like one word.
Yeah, one word.
Okay, thank you.
What was the web late? Was it 502 version before?
Yeah,
Yes.
502.
Yeah, I just had a quick look. The line,
Jesus.
the amount of lines between the 502 tag and what we've got
Mhm,
on the Nix is very different.
mhm.
Yeah, I checked that too. It's just poetry add-ons that we can just add back. It should be fine.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just gonna grab it while it's cloning because it's taking a while.
Hmm. Yep.
Let's see. Project.
So just before wait, you've
I just did
pasted
it.
it, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, just copied it over.
Right. So if you head to the end of the file,
Okay.
the
Oops.
end of the diff, so
Mhm.
you see We have actually to make life easier. Could you uh, undo this, make a backup, like duplicate the existing Pi project, and then paste the new thing in it, and kind of just open both files parallelly?
Okay.
Did that make sense?
Yeah. Here. Let's see.
Yeah. So
Pi project. Pi project back. Okay.
right. So if you look at the end of the, like, the old one,
Uh-huh.
we got tool.poetry.dev dependencies, and
Uh-huh.
even above that we'll have tool.poetry with tool.poetry.dependencies just above this. Because
Hmm.
if you scroll up a little,
Yeah,
yeah,
right
there we
here.
go. So just no, just scroll up a little more.
Yeah, a
So
little
we have
more.
just tool.poetry. Yeah, there we go. Line
Hmm.
1 to 1. So from line 1 to 1 onwards is kind of what's been added on top of the existing Pi project from 5.0.2. So this is specifically for poetry, and this isn't there in upstream. So you'll have to copy this, but then there's one thing you'll have to take care of. That's the dependencies, the versions. I'm not sure. I have a feeling that they were just copied from another kind of heading in the file, and instead of written manually. But also, if
Hmm.
you go to the top of the file, there's one more line that was changed.
Top of the
Uh,
right side.
the old one, yeah. So you see requires poetry core. Yeah, that's all.
Hmm.
That was also added. But
Hmm.
that's it. That's the modifications we need to make in Pi project. We could start off with the requires first in the left side. We can add that.
Okay, so you want to put the requires in the build system.
We've just got rotations coming up before you get involved.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Let's just rotate. I think it's fine.
Can I temporarily add this? Is that okay?
Yeah. The backup file.
Yeah.
I think that.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Is it gonna add, it's gonna take it, or should I just add it?
It'll take it.
All right.
Yeah.
Mob next. Okay.
All right. Passing command to you, Rob.
All right. Taking command. Giannis, can you take the helm? Man, that repo for Weblate is
Yanis, you're muted by the way.
2.7 gig. That's
Thank you, Prancher.
quite big.
Yeah. I don't think there's much to clone, like much purpose in cloning it.
Yeah, I just thought it was gonna be small. I just didn't. I was just like, I'll get the tag from the clone, and that was never
Right.
mind. Yeah. Okay. So if we're gonna look at what Priyanshu was mentioning was the difference in the requires. So we had the poetry core being greater than or equal to
Hmm.
1.1.0.0.
Yeah.
So
That's that, and then the build backend.
uh-huh.
But then, yeah, we can put the build backend temporarily, but eventually, once we're heading into next packages, we won't have that. But yeah, let's do it for the
But
next flick check right now.
are we concerned with like this poetry thing? Like, is it gonna really use a poetry that's older than that?
Older
You know
than
what I
what?
mean? Like
Hmm?
it's saying build system requires poetry core greater
Hmm.
than or equal to 1.0.0. But is
Okay.
that really going to be something that we're concerned with at this point, or was that just a concern at the time?
That was a concern at the time, and right
Hmm.
now, I guess we were trying to just reproduce Nix flick check that it's building again. It's
Yeah.
so if we want to build it again without actually starting our work on porting over or just kicking out poetry, then we need to do this. I would like to know Don's opinion on this.
Sorry, I had some interruption here.
Yeah.
You're
So
good.
Don, yeah. So we just have a bit of a kind of overhead that we are trying to kind of adapt our Pi project so that it builds with poetry, and it won't be a lot of work, but there's a few things that we need to do. So
I
it's
need more
just kind of a
background, more
right. So
context.
yeah, the background here is that we had to upgrade the Pi project toml when we bumped the version of Weblate because Pi
But
project kind of
upgrade means copy over the upstream one.
That's correct.
yes, but even on the old one, there were modifications from the upstream, which was kind of just adding poetry stuff. So as you see on line 5 on the right file here, poetry core greater than 1.0.0. So that was one of the changes, and then at the end of the file, we have a bunch of dependencies specified for poetry. So that's kind of the overhead. And
Requires requires
yeah,
field existed.
yes, it exists
It's
with
only poetry core that was added to the
yeah,
requires
and
field.
yes,
Some other stuff. Can I see the other
no.
stuff?
Oh,
No,
oh,
that's
the
it.
other
In
that's it
other
on
places
the
in the file.
requires line. Yeah, other changes, Yanis, could you head down to tools.poetry, the heading tools.poetry in
In
this file?
old,
Yeah, yeah, and all. Where was it not?
tool dot poetry.
Tool.poetry. Yeah. So from line 1 to 8 onwards is the changes, the new changes. So we have poetry, and then we have poetry dependencies, and
How
that's a
does this
long list
work?
of.
What? Why are we at? Why is this? The existing packaging adding poetry here. What's the story behind that?
I guess it's just to lock the dependencies onto
So,
some
Does
version, right?
upstream use poetry?
No. No.
oh, so hey, so
Why?
Pranchu, sorry, I missed that. So okay, so there is no poetry in the left side at
Yes.
all.
That
Okay.
that that that's correct.
Be- because upstream doesn't use poetry. What does upstream use?
Setup tools.
Setup tools. Not
Yeah.
so. Setup tools uses PyProject.toml.
Yeah. Or setup.py.
And
Yeah. That. Sorry, I want to interject here. Could you open flake.nix, Yanis? I think that this is of the Weblate project. And if you scroll down just a little bit, uh, yeah, there we go. Line 33. That's where we are doing this. It's in make poetry application. I think that's good context here. It's
and
just
the
for poetry. Yeah.
benefit of poetry to Nix is that, well, it doesn't rely on Nix packages, Python packages. It tries its best to build all the dependencies itself,
Yes.
which
I
is
think
kind of
using pip.
best effort basis.
Yes.
The setup tools not respect that.
Setup tools just wouldn't give us a kind of reproducible, like it won't pin it to a version, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, it will pin it to a version, but it won't. Like we we
We're
can't
gonna use
fetch those derivations, those dependencies in the derivation.
mhm. We're gonna use what's in Nix packages upstream. Like
Yes.
usually you'll see it just get like the dependencies just get relaxed so that we can introduce what's in Nix packages.
Hmm.
And you know that works pretty well for a lot of things, but this has got a lot of dependencies, so the likelihood that this works for everything is probably low.
Mm-hmm. And likely to break in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So the way to use poetry to Nix on a project that doesn't itself use poetry is to modify, it's like retrofit poetry on top of it.
Well,
Yes.
The good news is I think the Pi project format leverages a similar format for poetry. It kind of looks the same. I was just checking, and it looked similar enough with like the way it specifies the versions. So
Yeah, we could rotate now.
okay. Let's
I'm
see.
just going to push these line break changes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you, Giannis. Giannis, would you mind taking command?
Taking command. Dawn, please jump on the helm.
I'll be right back.
You got the helm. Mob start 7.
So, Priyanshu, you're recommending that we just start working that Pi project, Tommel, and start, setting it up so it works with poetry. Yeah?
Yeah, and then that's where Rob mentioned that is it even worth it? Do we want to continue fixing poetry or whatever the poetry implementation was, or do we just head on to removing poetry from this thing, from the build?
I don't know how to
Our, ch-
weigh this all up.
our chances of like this uses poetry probably for a good reason, right? Because it has, like Rob said, many dependencies, and possibly some of them are not even packaged in Nix packages. I mean, someone
Yes.
decided to use poetry here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Poetry to Nix. So, and the effort's been made. So, and what our efforts to just bump it and try shouldn't be rather small, right? They just add some stuff to these
Yes. Yeah.
files and try, right? So
Exactly.
what's the
Okay,
That's
let's
question?
do
correct.
that then.
Nothing. It
Let's do
was
that then.
that's what I was saying to Rob, that I don't think the overhead is too much.
All right, so Pi project Toml, and on the right and on the left is the Pi project Toml back, which is the previous
Old one.
version, right?
Yes.
Tell me what to do.
Okay, so we need to add the line 5 into the right side poetry core as a dependency.
This one
Yeah.
Yes.
here.
Yeah. Do we not need a
That
wheel? On line 7
mm,
on the old.
well, the wheel is not what we added. It's not. It's at least it's not what
Oh,
the Weblate Flake added. That was there in the old version. So
okay.
Don,
Yeah.
it's just different because we kind of bumped Weblate as well. But yeah, so Don, could
Yes.
you head down to, in the old file? Could you head
Tool
down
dot
to poetry?
poetry, right?
Yes. So we kind of copy this over. This should be
All of
fine.
this,
Yeah, to the
and
end
I'm
of the
going
file.
to tool dot doesn't I don't know if
Yeah,
it
it won't
matters.
exist. It'll be at the
So
end of the file. Like I think that's better for the diff instead of inserting in between.
well, at the end of tools,
I would say just right at the end of the file. It doesn't
at
matter.
the
It's a
end of,
module,
okay,
right?
got it.
Yeah,
Here,
it doesn't
end of the
matter.
file.
Okay. So can we update the version as well? 5.6.1 in line 405.1.
5.6.1.
Yes. And for dependencies is kind of what we were thinking. How does that work? Like how do we
What
the
is this
dependencies
one?
would have changed. I'm guess these are
Oh,
dependencies of the upstream project itself, but ported to poetry somehow. This
how was
this
this
might have
obtained? That's the question.
yes.
How was this
Um,
obtained? Maybe poetry has a tool that obtains this.
well, isn't under dependencies defined upstream under project? So there's project dependencies, and we just need to move those to poetry dependencies and stuff.
It just
So I
Uh, uh,
will look for.
no, Don. Go back
Well,
to the file you were just in
Yeah, so the one on the left.
on the left, and then scroll up.
And search for dependencies. From the
Something like
top.
No, it's
there's
no,
tool
no. Sorry,
poetry
it's on the.
dependencies.
It's on the right. It's on the right. It's the file on the right.
It's file on the right.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is
Oh,
the new
sorry.
one, right?
So here's the
Back.
top.
Yeah.
And there
and
we go.
here
Line
is
29.
dependencies.
Yeah, there we
There
go.
we go.
So you
And
think
my
also-
assumption is,
Yeah.
assumption is that this goes into poetry, and then that's how we load these into poetry's dependencies.
so on the left, if I search for dependencies, I see tool poetry dependencies, but I see those, but I don't see anything else. So I think what happened here is that it's something like tool.poetry.dependencies, and then boy,
God, I really hope
Yeah.
it understands this format.
There might
going
be.
over here. Sorry.
We might be able to. I don't know, like ChatGPT. There might be something like setup tools or poetry that allows you to extract these into a config file.
Mhm.
I can macro this.
Go for it. Go on. Show us magic.
Cool. So
Also,
got
by
one-
the way, we missed a
It's
file.
one-
Sorry, we missed a line on top where we had requires. Could you head back up there in both
Or-
files? Yeah. So we need to update the build backend. The build backend, yeah. So line 11 on the left goes on line 2 on the right.
Mhm. Catch.
Line number 2, we'll replace it.
this way.
Cool.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Dawn, you'll get the chance to talk someone through your macros. Take command. You got 1 minute, like
Well,
50 seconds, if you
yeah.
can do it.
Do this.
Speed run any percent. Look at this.
Oh, come on, I can't do that. Record, queue, search for quotes. Shit, I need to see it on the other side. Looks like dependency. Record, queue, look for quotes, remove it, and then
I think you want a
that's super
space after the name
difficult.
and then an equals. And
Yes, but
keep-
how do I get to the range specifier? How do I get to the end of the name or to the start of the range specifier?
would
Just gonna
Word
don't-
not
Sorry.
With a what?
would Word not get you to the?
No. Maybe.
With-
No,
with-
you see the celery, line 33, celery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
this is a bit much. So I'll delete this and
Oh shit! Yeah.
delete, undo the deletion of the quote and rotate. Yanis?
I passed it to me now. Go mate. You're
Oh.
in command, Dawn.
Priyanshu,
That's what I mentioned about that.
Yeah.
You can talk someone through
Take
the
the helm.
macro.
Taking the helm. Mob start.
Oh, Priyanshu is using VS Code, so no macros here.
Yes. I could open Helix, but yeah, that's really
Do with
up to.
regex.
I'm heading. Wait, sorry, we were in the backup file. No, we were here. Did you remove? Did you? There's no dependencies. Was
It's
it in
not
the
at the
backup?
end.
Oh, it's not at the end.
No,
Gonna
I
search.
edited the existing dependencies.
All right. Okay.
See,
All right.
you can remove all those first initial quotes and dedent everything.
Right. I'm gonna do where do we have?
That's
That
a
looks
start.
good. Yes.
You have to find how to place a multi-cursor or whatever it's called at
Mm-hmm.
the end of, between the end of the package name
So
and the
what?
range specifier.
Yeah. What I think we can do is kind of multi-cursor on greater than equal to. I think it's consistent.
There's
Is
also
it?
some equals.
Yeah, we just have a few equals here, which we can just handle separately.
Mhm.
Cool.
So I'm gonna actually handle this first to avoid kind of wait. But how would the syntax would just look like this? I think.
You have the put them side by side
Oh yeah,
and hide
I'm
your
gonna close this. Yes.
file tree.
So I'm gonna scroll down to where this was. Is it this? Yeah.
Mhm.
So equals and then whatever specifier we have. Cool. So I'm gonna multi-cursor
But
these.
did you? Sorry, show us
Yeah.
the edit that you made, or did you make?
Yeah,
Or the
line
The
40.
this one.
okay, yeah, that's no good.
That's not good.
It's no good because
No,
the
but
equals, and then on the right hand side, it's like a literally you would. Oh, you won't have an equals if that's the
yeah.
default.
Just check the line 153
I
right
see
here
it.
on.
That's the
Yeah.
default. The default is equals.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm
Well,
gonna
there are
head
more
back.
equals, but you did one.
Okay, I'm gonna search for equals then. I'm gonna do those first.
Mhm.
Sorry,
You can do a
equals.
replace all on those, no?
I wanna see, but I don't wanna mess with the rest of
That's
the file.
three.
Or you can
Good.
select the text that you want to change and then do search and
Yeah,
replace.
It's just
just
three. We found them. Right?
cool.
Here's another one.
Yeah, three.
36.
Sorry, oh, this one.
I see the highlight.
Yeah. Okay. I think that should be it. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Proceed.
Cool. So I'm gonna head back to this. Select. Right. This gets an equals with a colon. That looks right. And now it's the commas that I have to remove. Um. Okay. So I'm gonna head that with a new line. That should be fine.
Looks good.
Okay.
Good.
Remove that,
Mhm.
and that should be it.
Should be it, right? Give us a
Well,
blank line
hopefully.
between.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that should be it.
All right.
So what? Yeah, I think that was the only difference. So
Mhm.
what do we do now?
Is this just a Nix flag check?
Yeah. What we're gonna
Yes.
have it build.
But a quick question before that: should we bump Poetry Core because this is not the latest Poetry Core?
Why does it even? Why is it even there? Why does it?
Mhm.
Well, it
Well,
doesn't.
we're using Bill
Poetry.
backend.
Do you think
So
poetry to Nix like looks at this and actually builds the poetry core that it needs?
I think so.
Okay.
Isn't it just saying that you need a higher version than 1 or 69 rather than saying use this particular version?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
It's
correct.
not a hard requirement.
It's a hard on the major version, but not on minor and patch.
Is
Are you
there
sure?
two? Does two exist?
No, it does not. It's 1.9 is the
So
latest. Yeah, I
so
think
go ahead.
then it doesn't matter. Yeah. So I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
Nix flick check
Yeah.
with a dash L. Okay, what do
Um,
we? Oh, we have a syntax error here. All right, celery redis. I'm gonna actually check it in the old one.
mhm.
Celery, sorry. Yeah. So we have an interesting syntax here. Let's copy that.
Mm.
Head back here to what Redis. Right. Just gonna paste it, the new one, and copy over
Mhm.
the version and remove the old one. That should be good.
You have Argon.
Sorry,
Argon, line 49 on the left.
49. Oh, so there's one more. Okay, cool.
Mhm. I
Ar-
don't know if it's in
Argon.
the other one, but yeah, there you go.
Well, that's something else, isn't it?
No, Django Argon.
Oh, okay. My bad. I was reading it incorrectly.
Yeah,
Oops.
it's kind of
Okay.
backwards, but yeah.
All right. I'm gonna actually fix that. Right. The version and
Oh,
remove this.
we had a special case.
Yes, we have 3 special
Couple
cases.
of
There's a Python, Redis, lock. Okay, that goes here, and that's the same. So I'm gonna remove this. Gonna look for any more remaining.
But the version did not change.
Yeah, the version didn't change. I mean, for 2 of them, they did. Just the one that you just saw, that for
Got
that it didn't. I think that's it. I'm gonna run the click check again. Oh, it's not a file lock.
Not careful enough.
No, it's a different issue. It's not. Oh my god. I'm gonna mob
Dialog.
next.
That's the name?
Something wrong has happened here.
That's okay.
While
That's okay. Just
Yeah.
yeah, just mob next it. We'll figure it out.
Next it. Have next it.
Done.
Waiting for
Sorry,
command.
I have Valentine on messages. Take command, Priyanshu.
All right, take command. Rob, please take the helm.
Taking the helm. Sorry, let me clean this up a little bit. All right. Okay. I'm in the right place.
Could you switch the screen for us?
Yeah. Rob.
Right. Timer, please. I don't think the timer started.
I did it. No, you're right. Thank you.
Right. Okay. So I don't remember what the previous what it looked like file log. So could we look at the upstream weblet and see what file log looks like?
Yeah. The old one?
No, the latest tag. So
Okay.
5.6.1.
561 web lock. What was it? Lock? File lock.
File log. Yeah. Okay. So interesting. So
What the heck?
yeah, that's fine. So we just do file log equals. Could you head back to
Yeah.
the yeah, and then head to file log. So the equal just goes before less than, yeah, and then that gets into quote. No, the comma will remain.
Comma remains. Okay.
Yes. Could just verify that again real quick. So 4 comma, yeah, that looks good. Cool. We can click check again.
Next week check.
Okay, I think
A bit more promising this time.
yes.
Well,
We don't have immediate build errors.
Yeah.
Description is missing. On what? On make poetry or?
No,
Where
on
is-
Weblate. So it just
Yeah,
doesn't
but
have.
that's make poetry, right?
Description became necessary with a newer version of Make Poetry application.
I think that's what it looks like. So head to the flake. Right. And we just add an empty description for now. It's just line 32, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, just add a description somewhere here.
Well, there's meta description.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
what? It's kind of silly. So will it add it to meta description as well? Will it add a meta?
I don't know. Let's try. So just below source, I guess, just add a description or above source actually. The first line.
Yeah.
Just description and then put an empty string. That should be good. Okay, so there isn't a typo. So where is
It's from
description
somewhere
missing?
else.
Yeah. Okay.
Normalize package name in source of something. Some source. Maybe description of
look at-
the.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that there is an empty description in the Pi project, Totomo?
Pi project? Could you open that?
Let's go to the top. Hold on.
Well, if you could.
There's no description in the project.
Search, text search.
Yeah.
So you mean in?
Uh,
No, there is one.
Is this?
but this is under
This the correct
dependencies.
position?
This doesn't seem like the right place. Oh, I
We
think.
messed. I'm sorry. This is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
This is
this
me.
put it at the end of the file. The dependencies.
This.
Well, and I think the previous one will remain. I don't think we'll
Use
remove
line.
Sorry.
Use line.
Uh,
Oh no.
Okay.
Mob timer has been compromised.
what do you mean? Oh no.
Oh no, this someone fixed it.
Someone fixed it. Nice. Okay, so put this at the end of the
Yeah,
end,
end
yeah.
of the file.
And please don't troll us.
Oh shit! Did I?
They were nice about it. The trollers and fixed it themselves.
They wanted to get a raise.
We got trolled again, but it's 25 past. I'll monitor the time.
Let's see what this looks like.
So
Oh shit! What did I do with that?
you removed
license.
the license?
No, I thought
Did- Yeah, even I saw you cut it.
No, I did. I thought I pasted. Where did this go?
Oh no, you put license up like it's
It's in
not
the
that
wrong
up.
spot.
Yes. So just put it line 30. No, line 362. It'll go on 362. The license paste it on 362.
362. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. And then put a new line. Oh no, it would be in the tool.poetry section. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, there. Sorry, I didn't see it buried in there. Okay.
And I'm worried that we might need the dependencies array still. Like we shouldn't remove that. Yeah, these removals. But not this,
Think so?
because now the mob next is kind
No,
of
but you think
Yeah.
there's got to be a
I
dependency
don't think so.
declaration?
well.
Don't think
We can
so.
try
The
it. Let's
backup
just
one
try.
doesn't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
The one from the
backup
previous
done.
version.
Yes. I just thought like we
Fluent
don't
attribute.
diff
Well,
too much.
that works. I don't know what fluent means, but
Well,
we're in the right place.
huh.
So, can I clean up
Fluent
the
poetry.
other description?
So it's a mandatory option for Make Poetry application, I suppose. Does anyone know what it
No,
means?
wait.
What?
I'm not sure.
Fluent is a Python dependency.
Hmm.
Well, it could be.
But
Right. So Fluent needs to be somewhere that it's not, and it's only necessary because we have defined it in our dependencies. Is that right?
Oh no, I think I know what the issue is.
The dot.
Yeah, the
Fluent
dot is the issue.
syntax?
Dot.
Yes.
Okay, so we quote it.
Quoted.
We have to code it. Yes.
Okay.
It's just so sad to see it here. I've packaged Fluent for Nix packages in the PR. It's just been lying there for 8 months now, I think. No one's merging it.
Okay. I
Okay.
think I'll
Ru
at
ML.
time.
Yeah, let's rotate.
Okay.
You got 3 more minutes.
Do I?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We
You have
do?
a whole hour.
I thought
No,
mine,
it's-
mine just went off in my ear. I don't know if that's.
It was meant
Yeah,
to change
well-
at 25:59.
No worries. Now we have next to it. Let's just rotate
Okay.
anyways. So Rob, please take command.
Okay. Taking command. Giannis, you take the helm.
Taking the helm. Mob start 7.
Yep.
Can you have a look at? So when you run the mob start 7, it tells you. Oh, it ends approximately 15:29. So
Mhm.
just keep an eye on that in case they troll us again. Right, where to, boss?
All right. What we were looking at was do a Nix Nix Flake
Yeah, but-
check, but it was just so everybody has the same thing. It was some other, I think it was like some other package.
Oh, sorry. Something's. Oh, sorry. I didn't. No, I did start. Mob start. I've got my your 35 seconds
Mhm.
ago. Something's off with me. Should I just?
Oh, you're in NGI packages. You got to go into the project.
Huh?
What is
No,
this?
sure.
Well, no, but to run flake check, like the right flake check, because we have a flake of our own. So go into.
Oh, I see. I
projects,
see what you mean by
web
projects.
Mm-hmm.
CD projects weblate.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Next play check L. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
It was something. I'm just going to look at RUML. There we go.
What is that?
That's a
Oh,
MyPy
this is a good
override.
one.
This is
No, so that was MyPy override. Sorry, so that might not be the thing.
No,
so this
not
is...
that. The troll, the new troll.
Oh, well, I can't see it. I'm not going to look at it.
They put leet.
The user name for the bumping of the timer,
Is
woke mob.
nice. Right. Okay. So I put that in the quotes, and I'm running the check again. I'll have a look if I see any other dots here.
It's a
I can't see any other ones.
contemporary joke.
I mean, we are awake, so
I don't know. It's 10.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Here.
Holy crap.
Whoa. Build it.
wow. Gonna make a cup of tea with this speed.
Yeah. You just put it on your laptop.
Should I mob next, and everyone else can do it?
Yeah. Well,
It's gonna change the timer. So
Yeah.
no, would it? Mob next doesn't change the.
Oh no,
timer.
Mob Next leaves it alone because then we just start. So you could do that.
Mhm.
all right.
Thanks for trying.
Let's see though. Who knows? Today my internet's really good. Maybe I can finish it before you.
I think it did kill the timer, didn't it?
No, it did not.
Oh, nice.
It's still
I
there.
thought it does.
Yeah, it's still there.
It would be cool if it did though, right?
Oof. This output is interesting. PyCairo, same what we saw before, but still download.
It's going.
I never saw this
Sorry.
before.
Oh no, that you never saw what?
I never saw an error, but it says error ignored.
Where
So,
does it say that?
am I
Oh, there we go. Oh,
looking
on
at?
yeah, found it. Maybe it said that before as well because this is quite similar to what we got earlier.
This? I never saw.
Mine's failed successfully. Yeah, there we go.
Failed to build the weblate derivation.
So we're back
By-
to the same error.
By Cairo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's the same version of Cairo.
We
124.
probably didn't bump it. Like,
It's not. So the initial reason we bumped WebPlay, was invalid because they didn't even bump by Cairo.
Well, we also have
No,
a lock,
yeah.
though. So I don't know if I think it might be
Oh.
using the lock. So now that we've bumped it,
Yes. We didn't update
Wait,
the log.
there's a lock. We need to
Yes.
bring in the new lock. Otherwise,
well, I
Yeah.
think we need to figure out how to generate it. So I think Poetry to Nix is going to read the Pi project at Toml and output a lock file. I think. I mean, I'm just trying to
remove.
Can we not just go in a Nix shell with poetry? Okay, so you want me to remove this? Okay, removing the file. I've removed it, and should I rerun the check?
I
Yeah.
think so.
The file's missing.
It looks like it. Was it? Sorry.
Yeah. Getting status of poetry.log.
There, yeah,
Such
no.
file or directory. I mean, can we not go in Nix shell and just generate the log file?
We don't need. That can we not just do that?
We need to read how poetry.nix works. There are instructions on how to generate the log file there.
As far as I remember, it's just poetry install. CLI command.
Typically, typically this is not an issue because the upstream project actually uses poetry, but in our case, it doesn't, and we are compensating from that, retrofitting. So we need to generate the log file. So since we are in a shell, I think in this shell should be poetry, right?
Maybe
or not.
Apparently don't.
Is this in a shell? Like, is this with direnv and use flake in the .env?
We can do Nix develop for now.
I think it's just for mob.
That's the global one.
Use flake. Yep. Well, but
That-
so we can go in a shell with poetry or something, right?
So can I do it within here?
Mhm.
I think
Within
that would
a
be
shell,
good.
within a shell, yeah?
Yes.
Nix shell, hp poetry.
Yep.
Shellception here. By the way, I think I need to rotate. Should we rotate, or do you want to keep me?
There's no reason
Yes.
to avoid rotation.
Yeah.
All right, next thing.
All right, Giannis, could you take command?
Taking command. Dawn, please jump on the helm.
Rob Giannis Dawn. My screen. TS7. Getting to a shell with shell Nix packages poetry. I never use this thing, so I don't really know. Okay, but I'm doing it. Poetry.
I
Install.
think it's just install.
So,
Yes.
Well,
It should just only require the Pi project and none of the repo.
yeah, but it's
So
gonna
this
go
should-
ahead and the install though, right? It's gonna go ahead and try and build all this stuff.
the current
Current
project
Python.
supported Python range. This is the whole thing is not compatible. Some of the required packages, Python requirements. Should be an apostrophe here to make it more clear, but we get it, right?
You can try poetry space log. I'm just had a quick look at the thing. I'm not too sure if it's going to output the same.
Probably the same. Weblate schemas requires Python that is above, which conflicts with these, right? I think this is irrelevant for us. Like, we can just remove this range. We don't,
Yes,
we
but
don't
where
need
is this range? Where is this range
in the
coming from?
Python here. No, it's not here. Where is it?
Yeah, that I don't.
Well, isn't that's it,
I'll
right?
search for
3.8.
2.7. 2.7. Oh, not this one. Not this one. Oh, wait, that's the backup one. Sorry. Not this one. Oh, I don't see it at all. Where is it then?
Yes,
The heck is it?
this is coming from somewhere entirely
Okay, I'll
different.
search. 2.7. This is not a good idea. The entire range.
Isn't
sorry,
it coming
I
from
don't wanna go
poetry?
there every time. I can search for all of this, right? Like at least 2.7. So like at least equals 2.7. I don't have it. I don't have it here.
Could it not just be the version of poetry that just happens to be in Nix packages is making this requirement?
You mean poetry to Nix?
Well, no, because we're in poetry, right? So we have
Yes.
a Nix shell with poetry.
Oh, actually, I
So-
think it's more than that. Do we have
All right.
Python on here?
There
Python
could
3
be that
version?
too. I kind of like the idea of looking at the project poetry to Nix to say how we generate this log file, because it's
Yeah,
going to specify that, because I'm sure there's more nuance than just
I agree.
what we're doing here, especially because I don't
Hmm.
think we would have to wait to install all this stuff, because we're just going to chuck this virtual env anyway. Right?
Yes.
All we really want is the lock information. So just seeing, can we go to the poetry to Nix project? Look at that.
Poetry to Nix project. Sorry.
Can you go to the poetry to Nix project documentation?
Oh, got it. Poetry.
It'll be
Nix.
Nix community. There we go.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
Yes.
No. Okay.
So quick non-start, a quick non-flake, quick start non-flake. So let's see, is there a quick start flake?
Yep.
Start flake.nix. Okay, cool.
This is probably all set up. You
Hmm.
can then build and run your Python app with. A larger real-world setup can be fun. The problem is that typically the project does have all the log file and all that is necessary. In our case, we need to retrofit it, and this particular command, in our context, fails. It's very atypical for poetry to Nix. Or not,
Let's
maybe
just check
it's
the
very.
docs then, because I don't. I mean, there's got to be cases where this covers it. I mean, it's not.
It's not a poetry to Nix thing, right? It's
Missing
it's
log
totally
file.
a poetry thing, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they would have. I would expect there to be an example of this. That's all.
An example of this.
An example of taking a project that doesn't necessarily. It could be dependencies for any reason, and then you wanting to specify them in
Here's a
poetry,
fact.
and then committing a log file.
Yeah, you are expecting a lot.
I honestly think it's because there's no Python on the path to run poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
let's try that.
It says Python. There is no Python. But poetry is like if I do bat, real path, or just which poetry, it's a wrapper, and here's Python, right? Python 3.11. You don't get Python on the path. You get Python on the path within this wrapper. Does that make sense? Python is on the path in this wrapper before it ends up in eventually executing poetry.
But that's still odd because here we see that it's 3.11. But sleep dependency says we're not in that version, although it says it has to be above 3.8, right?
This is poetry from Nix packages unstable. That's what we get. So what is strange? If I just run it, poetry install again.
Yeah, it says you need Python 3.9 above. We've got 3.11 in that wrapper, right?
It's a conflict between this range, the
which
project
is fine because it's or
3.5
above.
I guess we just don't specify the project supported Python range. Maybe you should specify it somehow, right? Does that make sense?
But
I should rotate.
No,
next. No changes.
I might be wrong. Just looking at those requirements, it says it has to be either above 3.4 or above 3.9.
Giannis, give me command, please.
Yeah, did command 2.
Okay, I got command. Pian should take that.
Taking the helm. Running mob start 7.
Just to understand what Yanis is saying, show us poetry install.
Poetry install. Oh, okay. I'm gonna pull up the documentation here. So this
No
is
documentation. The running of poetry install.
Oh, sorry. The next shell poetry. Poetry install.
So what I mean is in those where it mentions what versions you have to have, it says on the first red line it has to be between 2.7 and 2.8 or above 3.4.
So just a quick note here that Weblate schemas 24.1, that's what exists in our dependencies, and that's so this is not in Weblate or in our repo or anywhere. It's in Weblate schemas repo. This Python range requirement.
Really?
Or
Can we
but
try? Can we try?
wait, no, actually, sorry,
No, it's the current
sorry to
project.
interject. Sorry to interject, but this isn't even a valid Weblate schemas. This isn't even a valid, is it?
It was
It
there
is.
before. I don't
That's
think.
this version.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh, okay,
we didn't
never
bump
mind.
that.
Yeah, never mind.
Rather than running poetry install, can we just run poetry lock?
Sure.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Okay.
mind doing that. I just
That
wanted to
view
make sure
screen.
that everyone is on the same page
Sure.
with regards to what's going wrong here.
I'm gonna run.
I've got a hunch. We're not defining Python at all in our lock.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, in the
in our TOML.
Right.
In the TOML file.
It is our project supported Python range that is like some default, and it's a crazy wide default.
I think this is what it's kind of trying to say here.
Yeah. So here's a question: does the backup one, does the previous version one specify it?
It does. I'm gonna check that. Yeah, right here.
Cool. Do it.
Okay. I'm gonna paste this right up here, and this should be 3.10.
This should be from upstream. Like upstream probably has some way to declare this, right?
Okay. I'm gonna check Weblate's repo. Just gonna check PyProject first. Python. Yeah. So this is where I inferred it from, that these are the tags they support Python 3.10 through 12.
You inferred?
Well, I can check a more deterministic place for it. Probably a setup.py. But this is kind of what represents.
Fine. No, I mean, let's use this. It's there. It's upstream. They should be held accountable.
Okay. So
I'm
this should.
just using a humoristic term, but yeah, I'm good with this.
I guess I remove the less than 3.12 because, or leave it less than 3.13 because I don't know the syntax.
Up to 3.12.
Yes.
Which is not exact. I wouldn't. Yeah, it's not. Yes, this one.
Okay.
Try it again.
Gonna run poetry lock.
Since we're being trolled, just keep an ear out for your bleep bloop for the mob timer. Like the local one, it beeps when.
Right.
Oh, does it still beep even though it's been updated? Because it hasn't.
Yes, because the local one doesn't even know what the server has. The only thing it does does a put when it starts, and then there's no more communication.
Cool.
Good.
We got the lock file. So I'm gonna check here real quick. So yeah, we got a bunch of changes. I think.
Wonderful.
Great. So Nix flick check now.
Let's do it.
Nix flick check -l. Oop.
That was quick.
No file directory.
Oh yeah, sorry. Good.
We had to add it.
Yes. Gonna clear. Did you mean what's missing? 0.2. I'm gonna search this in the flake.
Wait. Understand what?
Yes, sorry. It's a missing attribute. Oh wait, no, it's a missing attribute.
Get cargo
dot-
hash. That's a
On
cargo.
Weblet flake. Dot next.
It might
I
be a
think
syntax
it's
problem.
yeah. I think it's. Wait, no version. I'm gonna do I check this? I'm gonna check the code for this. What's going on? So flake. I'm gonna. Actually, we don't need the backup anymore.
Where are you searching?
It said
Can-
105 is or at least the line that it had.
It's not our code, is it?
It's right here.
It is.
Mm.
Yeah, but the error says .17 is missing. From I'm guessing from this.
Good.
From
It's
this.
been bumped. It's no
Right.
longer 0 to 14. So do 0 to 17 and remove the hash, and we might
Yeah.
get lucky.
Regenerate.
Empty hash.
I'm gonna run it again.
I don't. No. Well,
What?
please update get cargo hash, please. Yeah, I don't know that this is exactly the workflow.
What's the point of that hash if it didn't? Okay.
No, it's not gonna pass.
Cairo 2.6 now, wasn't it? 2.1? Oh, was it 1.24?
What's the error now?
PyCairo 1.26. It's the same error with the newer version of PyCairo. But we
What's the
we
error?
didn't get a new hash.
We've got the rotation now, by the way.
Yeah, I heard it. I'm gonna up next. I think that's fine.
Okay.
Next it.
Last turn.
Yes. Waiting for command.
Take command punch.
All right. Rob, please take the helm.
Taking the helm. Okay. So, do you want me to rebuild it just to have the same error?
Yes.
Oh man. Priyanshi, you had a lot of cash. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oh, I got a different error.
I think it's just. I think it's there are multiple errors.
I have multiple things.
Wait, what? Oh, yours didn't fail on PyCairo? Interesting.
Right? I had
SQL
yours?
parse. Yeah. Yes, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. No module named hatchling. That's our error. In SQL parse.
Mm-hmm.
I think what if we have multiple errors, then what error we end up failing on is a race condition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
True. Can you search for hatchling in the logs? Maybe hatchling is a Python dependency that also failed.
Oh, let's do it here. Hatchling.
Oh no, that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
You're gonna scroll up a little bit.
Onto
Oh
what
boy.
the
Yeah, I mean,
well, that's weird.
But it looks like it mentions the same directory twice. I mean, yes, it's different module or whatever, but it's still complaining about the. Well, it's still giving the same warning just before the error.
mm-hmm.
What's it building when it says this hatchling is not?
It's SQL parse.
Right.
Just a note, hatchling exists in Nix packages.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Can we just put it as a build dependency? Is that how Poetry to Nix?
but yeah, that depends on what flags make poetry application accepts.
Uh-huh.
So if it accepts like a dependency kind of thing, so we could put it in there. But yeah, I don't know.
This seems like just one of those
Yeah.
issues that you might run into when using Poetry to Nix. Just one of those risks you take, that something doesn't just build. Right. So
That's correct.
SQL parse fails. So the question is, where does it fail? Does it fail in building? Does it fail in a test of SQL parse? When does it fail?
This seems like it would be in the build. I know it doesn't tell us necessarily. Let's see. I'll keep scrolling.
Maybe Poetry to Nix lets us control the building of independent dependencies somehow.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it must, because otherwise I don't think it's very useful.
Yeah, how else would it work? I just know that I think hatchling is like it builds Python eggs, I think. Which is a whole other thing, but it seems like a build dependency.
It's a build dependency, you say?
Well, PyProject doesn't specify SQL parse or hatchling, by the way.
It's a sub dependency.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's a sub, like it's somewhere down the tree. There's SQL parse. It's like,
and there's
like kudos to Poetry to Nix, right? That it's trying, but it's failing. Right?
Could we not? I mean, so just read, kind of looking from our end, like, so our end goal is to get this into Nix packages, remove poetry, the dependency from poetry, or at least poetry to Nix. And SQL parse and hatchling both exist in Nix packages, and who knows what the other errors are. But if they're similar and they exist in Nix packages, these shouldn't, like, we shouldn't even have bother with these.
So your thought is that maybe just going and consuming the Nix packages, Python packages would be easy.
That is
more.
That is my suggestion, but I don't know how feasible that is, because maybe all of our other errors are unrelated and not fixable by just switching to Nix packages.
Yeah.
Sorry, not even switching to Nix packages. I mean just dropping poetry to Nix.
That is the plan, though. Like it will only be accepted in Nix packages with the Python package set.
Yes.
Not with Poetry to Nix.
So that's what I'm kind of giving up a heads up on, that we are dealing with poetry to Nix problems when we are gonna end up, dropping it anyways.
Right. Okay. So we should the next session, mob magic, should probably like start over and do it against Nix packages and try do it using Nix packages dependencies. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think since we're gonna get rid of them anyway, that makes sense.
I mean, we're going to try.
Or attempt to, yeah.
In this, it's when I mean try. I mean everything it's all surmountable, but we're talking about 6 more hours left to this.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, we'll think about it. Let's go offline.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for watching. We should be here same time tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.